Hello and welcome to a new video. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of May 2017. It is 11:53 Central European Time. This is about one little thing, but in addition to that I will explain you these here. See, I have elaborated in, well, maybe not elaborated, but I touched on it in at least one of my past videos. I think it was actually two, but then the other somewhat indirectly. What people are doing with my videos on YouTube specifically is they shove them back, so to speak, into the future by having on their servers the date, the timestamp of these videos in the future. So today it is the 3rd of May 2017, and they might say, and see, because why do they do this? Because they need time to react. Okay, otherwise they go, oh, what do we do, what do we do, what do we do? Oh, wouldn't it be great if we had more time? Hey, wait a minute. We can give ourselves more time, but just shoving these videos into the future, so to speak, by changing the timestamp and thus YouTube not feeding them into everything because they're not really there yet, so to speak. I mean, they are of course on the servers already, but when YouTube checks, okay, what are today's latest videos? Oh, not that one, because that's from the future, because they might change 2017 to 2027 and has my videos of 10 years in the future or something. The interesting thing is, while there are ways, countless ways, to prove that, say, a video is not older than what I say it is, you know, like for instance, when people are kidnapped, they often hold up a newspaper, you know, so that you can see, okay, apparently he still was alive when that day that newspaper got published. That just goes for the past end, right? But it does not go for the future. There is nothing, and they understood this a long time ago, decades and decades and decades ago. They understood that there is nothing anybody can do to verify that the video is not from later, actually. You can do plenty to verify it's not from earlier, but there is nothing you can do that the video is not from later, which means that if they change this to 2027, and these videos don't show up public on YouTube 2027 until 2027, you will watch videos and you probably think, what's wrong with the guy? What does he say 2017? Is he stupid? Is he crazy? Or did he record them 10 years ago and load them up right now? Huh? I don't understand. I have said in the past how the ongoings in the world that Faxmundi manipulates here and there show patterns of things that I talked about and I mentioned years ago, and I mean especially over the last over 4 years that it is now, okay? 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and that is how much time they take, okay? It takes them 3 fucking years to react to something that I said and did, and what they got wrongly portrayed, because the extraction fields are completely fake that they get, and so on and so forth, right? But what I'm saying is, this is today. I have no way of proving to you that this is today, but this is today. And all of my other videos, when I hold up little things like this, or when I say it, I assure you it always was recorded that very day. That's a general thing. But I don't want to talk about that. Really, that's not a topic. This is the topic, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as I said in the past videos again and again, I don't have any money. So I go around looking into waste baskets for something to eat, looking if somebody dropped cigarette stubs on the street, right, that have some length left that I can roll into new cigarettes, right? So I collect these cigarette stubs and so on and so forth. This is fascinating. What this is a cigarette case, right? It's a cigarette case. I found this in a trash can at U6 Alt-Erla, which is a subway, U6 line station Alt-Erla. This was in the trash can there, where there was nothing else in. So this was the only thing in the trash can. Actually, I had 4 cigarettes. I smoked 2 on the way home. I'm just coming now from a little walk, so I already smoked 2. This is a cigarette case that had 4 cigarettes in. Why am I showing you this? Because Faxmundi had this placed there. How do I know? Because I know that nobody would drop their cigarette case into that, especially into that wastebasket. Because that wastebasket is a little out of the way of how, you know, the passengers who frequent the station would walk. You actually have to deliberately walk up to that wastebasket because it's out of the way, it's in a little corner, and have to throw it in there. And there was nothing else in there, so it's not a person throwing that in with other stuff accidentally. There was only this thing in there. Why that? This is the extent of Fex Mundi Heribas ridiculing me. The fucking Abwehramt and their fucking Jehovah Witnesses fucking piece of shit lurchies. And they are virtually identical because all fucking Abwehramt Fex Mundi practically are Jehovah Witnesses. This is the degree of their ridicule. Now, I did not accept this into my possession because they're trying to work all kinds of routines down the lines of, well, you accepted our little gift and blah 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 blah. I've explained that in the past countless times. They've had similar as cigarettes approach. I actually took this, these I will smoke with no strings attached because then they're gone. I don't have anything in possession. I don't. This here I will keep not in my personal possession, but I will safeguard for Freiland. This is Freiland's state possession now, because this will wind up in a museum to demonstrate the unspeakable extent. Namely, bear in mind also that this is design-wise, no man would ever have something. This is bitchy design. This is woman design. Okay, I want to point this out. That's an extra layer of ridicule. I cannot be asked to explain you the multiple layers of ridicule this represents. Okay, but trust you me, this is bitchery ridicule executed by the fucking Abwehramt, and that is why this will go into a museum in Freiland. Now, having mentioned this shit here, that museum idea, that also was years ago. This is once more also a case of how they work with something from years ago, maybe hoping that I have forgotten by now. This is not the best example for that, because I wouldn't forget about the Museum of Deeds of Fex Mundi and whatnot. So this will go into into the Museum of the Deeds of Fex Mundi and so on and so forth. And this is not in my personal possession. This is just something I will keep because I'm the Prime Protector of mankind and I am the Prime Minister of Freiland, and this will wind up in a museum in Freiland one day to demonstrate what Fex Mundi is doing when all the world, 3rd of May 2017, is being completely and utterly ridiculed, especially also the Freiland territory, stuff that goes on in ex-Austria, stuff that goes on in the Czech Republic, stuff that goes on in Hungary, and so on and so forth, as these predecessor states are still probably known to you, because you most probably haven't seen my video at the time, the previous videos even, at the time I record this here, because they've shoved them into the future. This is what I want to demonstrate to you. You fuckers out there, namely YouTube, Google, Alphabet Inc., who do that shit with my videos on YouTube, who suppress them, who declare them, even though I explicitly set them, load them up and set them to public, declare them as private, and also that is work because of that forward time stamping shit and so on and so forth. Because YouTube keeps information from anybody in the world. I've explained about YouTube in the past. They are part of the anti-life equation. They will be completely annihilated, and that is a good thing, and it is highly necessary that somebody starts doing that. This is what you allow them to do. Fucking Abwehramt Elendskreaturen saying, well, better, what do we do not to ridicule him? Well, the bitchy one suggested that we do a little bit of bitchy ridicule, so I was thinking maybe ask around in the population, do you have some bitchy cigarette case? Yes, I do. And some woman answered, so to speak, and, well, you should think about quitting smoking. Symbolically deposit your cigarette case, that bitch you went with a few cigarettes in a wastebasket, where they know that I typically walk. See, I've explained that in the past also, but here once more, there's just so many roads around here. It does not require magic powers to be able to tell which way I'm going to go. Matter of fact, I can go to the other, because today also, very interesting, I also mentioned this in the past. I want to explain you why today and why exactly they chose today to pull this real ridicule to guarantee that I find it. Today, 3rd, my ticket for the public transport ends on the 2nd of May, which is yesterday, which means for today, I don't have a ticket. I get my unemployment money tomorrow, and then I'll have a new ticket, but today I am not able to take any buses or subways and whatnot, which means today I won't even go to Meidling Station or anywhere else further. I'll just be really here in the vicinity from Leasingbahnhof, that's as far as I walk in the one direction, to Alt Erla, and up there towards Mauer, as it's called, a little. This is my haunt, and they know that, and they know that there's just so many roads, and they know that I will, during the course of the day, walk all of them, and I know that traditionally I start with the Alt Erla route, which is what I deposited this morning, because I was there yesterday evening and it was not in. Besides, they regularly empty these trash cans. I want you to understand that not because they're so fucking smart, just because it's a duh kind of thing, and they had 4 years of observing what I do when I'm out of money and which roads I take and so on. They knew exactly that I'd be there, they knew exactly that I'd find this, they knew exactly that they thought they could ridicule me. Well, I don't feel ridiculed. I mean, not in a personal sense. I understand that this is nothing but sheer ridicule, okay? And I understand that this is once more something that they try to attach all kinds of routines to. Well, those don't work, also because of what I just explained. But this is what you fuckers allow. When, for example, the Jews, let me talk about the Jews here. I have liberated the Jews and, for completeness sake, any fucking other religion in the world, but specifically here I'm talking about the Jews, from decades of worshipping first the 16th Duke of Norfolk as God, thereupon Bonnie / Prince Charles as God. I have liberated them from that. You think one fucking Jew would have come to my door and helped the prime protector of mankind by as little as giving me some money? No. Not one single Jew. And because of that, the day will come when in Freiland, all liberated, the Jews will say, oh, please, Mr. Freiland, please, Freiland, help us, give us harbor. And I will say, why the fuck should we? Why the fuck should we? Not one of you fuckers was able to come to this door and deposit money here that would at least be able to help me buy cigarettes and not having to collect this shit on the street. Not one of you Jews. And that is why Freiland will see to it that all the Jews leave Freiland. We'll just shove them into the other countries. And they will not like them, and they'll shove them on into other countries, and eventually they'll be shoved into the sea. And then, be the sea people. The sea people. If anywhere in the world, anyone will care about you. Ridicule explained, the detail of ridicule that you fuckers out there are, and for completeness sake, I am constantly, you see, don't think for a second that just because I'm not recording as many videos as a little while ago on a daily basis, several times a day actually, that I'm not getting wicked sick tortured me. I'm getting tortured 24/7. This morning again, I was getting, with some degree of me having the impression it was once more being wrongly declared as what the fuck ever, and thus winding up at the receiving end of attacks, not at all aimed at me, but I got all kinds of body description, torture, and so on and so forth, once more through the proxy device fields, and so on and so forth, right? I just want to, when you understand what YouTube, Google, Alphabet Inc. has been doing for the longest time, when you understand that all of these videos of mine are that they say, be it on this sheet of paper that I hold up, or what I say in these videos, then you will understand why YouTube, Google, Alphabet Inc. is part of the anti-life equation, and why every last motherfucking one of these people, as previously explained in several videos, needs to be killed for unspeakable deeds against all humanity, including their bitch overlords, overlordesses, over mistresses, whatever the fuck, in fucking not only, but especially in fucking Pacifica. That is the name of the nation. Dear North America, I want to remind you of the fact that I redefined your continent. And not in some crazy virtual working kind of shit thing, but for real. You are 17 nations on North America. Every last one of them is occupied, so to speak, by Fex Mundi, but the YouTube shit being kept from you by this trick, by tons of other tricks, by the public, private swapping, and so on and so forth. All of that is executed at the whim and at the orders of primarily not just California. So it's not even just California. It's actually the entirety of Pacifica. I want you North American people to understand that too. So when you wonder, should we declare war on North Korea? How did you declare war on Pacifica? This is today. This will go to a museum. And Jews in Thailand need not apply. As simple as that. I have also explained how that works. I have explained how the status and rank systems in your heads, virtual where the status and rank functionality is being interwoven with, well, analogy, if here's that, blah, blah. I've explained how they bullshit rhetorically argue that the 16th saw to it that the Jews got their land and so on, thus he must be God. I explained all of that. And you all allowed, for instance, fucking Bonnie fuck Prince Charles to come visit Thailand ground. I told you explicitly in videos that you should not do that. You will suffer all the consequences. I didn't bother to actually do the maths now, but North America, you have the most severe embargo on you that the world has ever seen, any type of embargo on any people. For years to come probably at this point already. Just so you know. But this also, if you need motivation, this is how the Abwehr spends their time. This. Why? Because you still have not killed one! Even though I explicitly told you a million times